Thank you so very much for joining us. And this is still Enterprise in the Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's head straight to our conversation for today. The federal government says ongoing diplomatic talks between Nigeria and the United States of America are yielding positive results in easing recent tensions. Minister of Information Mohammed Idris said on Sky News that both countries have opened the communication channels leading to a better understanding of Nigeria's internal challenges. He added that intelligence report revealed links between a proscribed separatist group and US-based lobbyists spreading misleading narratives about Nigeria.
Very true. Reaffirming Nigeria's partnership with the US in fighting terrorism, Idris said the nation remains committed to religious freedom and that its conflicts are not driven by religion. Meanwhile, the Secretary of the Diocese for Evangelization at the Vatican, Archbishop Fortunatus Nwachukwu, blamed Nigeria's insecurity on internal divisions and tolerance.
All right, so let's get talking. We still have Barrister with us. Thank you so very much, Barrister Tunji, for hanging on.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you.
All right, the Barrister, let's get talking. The Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, said, according to him, that the misleading information that led to Nigeria being designated CPC was as a result of a separatist group that is working with lobbyists in America. And we know the separatist group he's talking about, and that is IPOB. I do not know. Do you think we should be focusing on all of those things than going on to the most important message, which is that insecurity is ravaging Nigeria? Just yesterday, bandits went to Katsina and killed about 2 persons there and ravaged the whole of that place. The Lake Chad region, we have Boko Haram and ISWAP fighting their way who should control the Lake Chad, while our military architecture and other security agencies are there watching like spectators. So do you think all of this by the minister is just doing things that shouldn't be talked about? What's your take, please?
You are not new to Nigerian government. Nigerian government, they must have a way of passing the ball or shifting blame to other people for their failures. There is no doubt that there is a failure of security in Nigeria. There is no doubt that the government have not done enough in terms of ensuring security of life and property of the people of Nigeria. There is no doubt that people have been killed in Nigeria, Muslim and Christian. So those issues are not, even if there is been orchestrated by somebody, are those facts not available? In other words, are there no killings in Nigeria? Are there no insecurity in Nigeria? Muslim or Christian not being killed in Nigeria? So it is immaterial if that is orchestrated or that is a sort of incitement by certain people. I think what the government needs to do is to work harder and ensure that security in the country. And I like the fact that the government is engaging the government now. They're engaging the U.S. government. They are not trying to do confrontational approach, even though we don't even have the power. So they know our level. So it's good that they are engaging the government. If you have done this before now, when the issue came up, if we have done this engagement, if we have gone to present our own case, they will not be getting wrong information as claimed by the government. We'll have straightened up the information for them. But we ignore it. We fold our hands and see it as politics. But when they now see the real threat, they are now running eta-sketa. We don't have, you can see they are now trying to appoint those who are supposed to have been appointed before now, the ambassador and the likes, are now being considered for appointment. So they were not doing the right thing. Has been the reason why this is happening. Even if the people are giving them the wrong information, who is to give them the right information? They are not available. They are not available to give the right information. So they make do with what they have when you are not giving the right information. So the government should wake up. Thank God the threat by Trump has waking them up in terms of engagement. Because I have not seen the much action regarding providing the security that we're talking about. What they are doing now is just running a task to disprove the mind of the US of Trump and the US people that we are not what you say is not correct. I also don't believe or agree with the fact that what the Trump said, they are killing Christians. That for me, I will not accept it. And that for me shows that even the US are partial. Partial in the sense that they are not looking at the issue generally. They are trying to just, in fact, they said it clearly, we will not wait, we will protect our Christian brothers. So our Muslim brothers in Nigeria not worthy of being protected? Our Muslim brothers in Nigeria not a human being? So that particular angle from the US is what I query. They must have made, if that is coming from Nigeria, it is the US that will come and say we are discriminating, or we are not doing the right thing. But it's coming from the US. Oh, sorry, from Trump and US senators. For me, that is the only area I disagree. But the other area, as regarding insecurity, I totally agree with them. There are insecurity. I also agree that with our minister, that there are a lot of misinformation in the US and on the board. And this misinformation is due to lack of understanding of certain things. Imagine, for instance, the issue of blaming Sharia for the crisis. You see, the adjective Sharia, Sharia means law. That's the meaning. Sharia is not something different from what we see in Nigeria as customary law. What we call customary law in Lagos.
All right, I think we just lost Barrister there, and of course we will get back to him as he rejoins us, and of course again talking. So Barrister was speaking to the issue of what the president of the United States had talked about, and of course he made sense that the problem at hand is not just related to killings of the Christians, but killings of Nigerians, which should be stopped. No matter whose ox is God. But what's your take really on the fact that the administration of President Bola Tinubu think that shifting blames to people that shouldn't even be talked about is the solution to the problem?
Okay, what do you mean, like shifting blames?
Like the Minister of Information said that the reason why this came up in the first place was because of a separatist group that is working with the US to ensure that Nigeria is given a bad name. But if you have a bad name, you have a bad name. You can't rub that away. You can't clean that away. Nigeria has a bad name. Yes, because did you watch the viral video of did you watch the viral video of those that were kidnapped along Ibadan? Okay,
that a guy escaped and was sharing the story of how he escaped and how they intruded when they were, I think it was around Kogi.
Okay.
Yes, not Ibadan. It was that Kogi road,
Right, so I just learned that Barrister is back. So Barrister, thank you so very much for joining us. Sorry for the inconvenience and the loss of communication. So you were speaking to an issue just before we lost you.
The glitch, and it's normal.
Yes. So Barrister, you were speaking to some issues, and I would love you to finish your talk on that.
I was saying that they also raised the issue of Sharia in the north. That is a cause for worry. As far as I say, look, that is being an issue because of lack of understanding of what Sharia is all about. Sharia is a law, just like what we have in Lagos State. We say customary law. Sharia is like a customary law. What they call Sharia in the north is like what we call customary law in Lagos or in Ekiti. So it's just the same thing. It's just an adjective. And the crisis that is coming out of people being killed in the name of Sharia is not Sharia that is killing them. It is like a hoodlum who will say somebody has been accused of stealing, and they put tire on his neck in Lagos, for instance. Say thief. They put tire and they bond him. That's what you see in the north. When you see people accused of somebody of blasphemy and they kill him, it is not the law that says go and kill him. There's no court that do your research and give me 10 order of court where people have been asked to go and be killed because they contravene Sharia law in the north. Go check that, check it, and give me orders or judgment of court where people have been asked to go and be killed because of Sharia law. It is hoodlums, people who are taking laws into their hands, and that cannot be attributed to the law itself. That is happening in other places, and I've given an example in Lagos. In so many, they keep people on the allegation of stealing by jungle justice. So we need to correct this impression and make it not look like a particular religion is the one causing crisis. No, I'm not saying people are not being attributed to certain parties. The fact that somebody is banning Muhammad or somebody is banning Ibrahim does not mean it's acting on behalf of Muslims. Does not mean the Muslims are the ones saying go and kill people or go and kill Christians. And in any event, I even know that in Jos or in some part of the country, you see somebody banning Muhammad and Ibrahim, and it's a Christian. So banning Muhammad or Ibrahim is not a guarantee that you're a Muslim. And shouting Allah Akbar does not mean you are fighting for Islam. Because I even see them when they kill people in the mosque. You do not see them shout Allah Akbar.
Very true.
They kill people and they were shouting Allah Akbar. So it's how can you attribute that killing to Muslim killing Christian? So you say terrorists are causing harm and the government should deal with it. That would deal with everybody. Than you saying we not agree that they should be that they are killing Christians. You are making it like a sentimental issue, and you are trying to divide us in the line of religion, trying to see Muslim as a killer of Christians, or trying to see Christians as killers of Muslims. That's what they are trying to portray, and we should be careful not to follow that track or fall into that trap, because we are one and we have been living together for long as Muslim and Christian. When I went to a Christian school, Catholic for that matter, in my secondary school, I did Bible year 1 to my final year. So what are we talking about? So it's not something. Religion does not even change anybody. What does it matter if I'm a Muslim, you're a Christian? So should Christian be killed and I'll be happy? Should Muslim be killed and I'll be happy because I'm a Muslim? And they are killing Christian, I will say I'm happy because I'm a Muslim. What does it benefit me? A Muslim can become Christian tomorrow. A Christian can become Muslim tomorrow. So why should we be fighting over? Some people, I'm a Muslim today not because I tried to be a Muslim. I was born into it. It wasn't my own making. I say I want to be Muslim, and I believe you too. It's not because you are not the one who decided that you want to be Christian. It was because you are born into it. Only few people have changed their religion based on their maturity. Say I'm not of age, and I know where to go. This is where I want to go. There are only few people. Majority of us were born into it. So if we are fighting over what we don't have control over, if God wants all of us to be Muslim or Christian, we will be.
Yeah.
So why should we be fighting over Christian, Muslim, or where you come from or where I come from? So and I see that adjective or that correlation by the Trump and US as trying to divide us and pitch us against ourselves, and we should not fall into it for it. That was the area I agree with them that there is insecurity in Nigeria. I agree with them that the Nigerian government is not doing enough, and the Nigerian government should wake up and do the right thing. But I do not agree with people who are saying they should come and sanction us. When they put us sanction on us, economic sanction, for instance, who will suffer it? Nigerians, not those in government. I'm telling you, those in government have made enough money to go and live somewhere else and then enjoy themselves. The masses of Nigeria will suffer the economic sanction, if any, is imposed on us. The only one that will affect them, even if they say they're not going to borrow us money, it will not affect them directly. It is us that will affect. The little way they will be getting it from the country in terms of tax will be shared by them, and they'll be using it to enjoy themselves. So we should not just follow this track of, yes, the government, we need help. Do we require US to come and help us? Yes. But I do not subscribe to a situation whereby the US will impose on themselves the authority to police us in our country without our permission, without our authority. They coming into country, Nigeria, must be with the authority of the government of Nigeria. They must engage and understand themselves and know how the help will work. Not that they will just say on their own, we are coming. Yes, people will say, hey, they are coming to pick terrorists. Yes, they are coming to pick terrorists. But they are coming to pick terrorists inside our country. If you allow them to come and pick terrorists inside our country, one day they will come and say, we want to come and carry up oil on our home without your permission. And then nothing will happen. So if you say, because you think people, no, there are things are processes. We cannot go to US and say we want to go and command them as to how to, and say we want to take action against what they are not doing. They can come, they can help us. We need help. The government needs help, and the government should agree to that. But there must be understanding, mutual understanding between the government and the US in carrying out whatever step they want to carry out. That's my take.
Yeah.
Okay, from what you said, sir, do you think the government will really actually, would embrace or would allow the US, you know, give that, like, do you think the government here in Nigeria will allow US to come in? And even if we're having this political talk, do you think the government will give in, like Nigerian government will give in?
If they are coming to airports and there are mutual understanding between them, they will give them opportunity to come in. If they are understanding, mutual understanding, they will definitely, if they truly need help, if they truly want help, and if they truly have the interest of the country and they want to ensure security of the people, life of people of Nigeria, they will see to that. If they see it genuinely and if it's open to them, not that they will be in secrecy and the government of US will be doing whatever they want to do without our government knowing about it.
Okay, thank you. Well, just
right.
also, I want, okay,
yes,
there is one from what Archbishop Nwachukwu highlighted, you know, do you think it's going to affect Nigeria's international image?
What did he highlight?
Like, from what he said, if we're going to, if the US government and the Nigerian government comes together and, you know, bring more like peace to this genocide, do you think it is going to affect Nigeria's international image?
If you are bringing peace, if there is peace, what it will affect us? If we are able to bring peace into the country, that will not affect us negatively. It will be positive, because if we are not able to bring peace and we are cleaning ourselves again, or the government is allowing terrorists or certain people to kill Nigerians, that's when it will become an issue for us. So the government should ensure that, look, Nigerians are not being killed. People are being killed. In my state recently, Kwara State, people are being killed. They kill them. They don't have a Muslim or Christian there. People are killed in mosques recently in Nasarawa. In Kashina. People are killed in Plateau State. People are killed in churches. Yeah. So the people are being killed. That is the truth. That is the fact. And the government must wake up to its responsibility as provided by the law.
All right, Barrister, let's speak to the issue of complicity at this point. We have seen insurgents, bandits, terrorists captured by Nigerian military after so much task doing that. Mm-hmm. And when the court, of course, wants to carry out what the court knows how to do, we end up seeing these terrorists being asked for de-radicalization. And we de-radicalize them, the so-called de-radicalization scheme. We give them money to start up their businesses and to help themselves, while the victims of their callousness are somewhere in IDP camps. And also, most recently, there was a protest in Kano where one of the clerics said that the United States should not come to Nigeria because the bandits are their brothers, their fathers, their uncles. So, speaking to the issue of complicity, do you think we really know what the problem is, but we all pretend not to solve it because most of these people are our brothers, our sisters, our relatives?
No, don't say we all pretend. Say some people pretended, not us, not all. You cannot generalize it. And that's the problem we're having in the country. We generalize everything. Because one man who is a Muslim or who's from the north decides to support activity of terrorism doesn't mean all the northerners or all the Muslims are in support of it. There are compromise, yes. There are a lot of compromise. Even the government is not immune from this compromise. And I want to also correct you. When you say the courts, how many criminals or terrorists have been taken to court and the court said go and radicalize them? I'm not aware of any. It is the government policy, not courts. It is the government that and I've on so many occasions condemned that attitude of government trying to give terrorists soft landing by giving them scholarship, by saying you are radicalizing them, by saying you want to bring them back into society, by encouraging them to do more. When people who have been displaced, whose families' life have been taken, are in a place called IDP, it will encourage more crime. So to that extent, the government has compromised. So the compromise is everywhere. Compromise on the part of the government, compromise on the part of the people, and compromise on the part of those who are supposed to even fight those who are committing the crime. So there is compromise everywhere. That's not in doubt. And as long as we continue to pamper these people who are committing crime, as long as people like opinion of Sheikh Gumi is being considered in that regard, we will continue to lose the track. There are few people who are sympathetic to them, probably because they have one connection or the other, but that does not mean that their own position is the position of everybody. who is in that, who shares a similar religious view with them, religious coloration with them. So it is not correct to say that the court, doing what they know how to do best. No, the court I'm not aware that the court has given an order to say go and catalyze them. I'm not aware of that. It's government policy, and that policy is not good enough for us. It's encouraging criminality. The government should not encourage criminality by trying to pamper those who are committing a crime in the name of terrorists or bandits or whatever they call themselves. So the government should fight them. We are not taking the fight to them. That has been the problem. We have been lackadaisical. And you see, and when people also talk about they are trying to Islamize Nigeria, how can it be possible? Is it under, for instance, under this president that he is a Muslim and the wife is a pastor? Is it under this government when even before now, it has always been like that? When the Senate president is a Christian, the speaker is a Christian or Muslim sometimes. Is that the member of the National Assembly? Some of them are Christian, some of them are Muslim, some of them are idol, whatever they worship. And you say, and somebody will come and even a professor will come and say, yes, they are trying to Islamize Nigeria. How is it possible? Some people will come and say, do you not see that yes, Alibu was not released because she refused to join Islam? How can it be possible? If Elias Alibu was asked to join Islam and he decided to say, I agree, and he's left off the hook, when he comes back to Nigeria, will not continue his practice of Christianity? And people are now selling fake stories to us, and we are buying it, and we are trying to divide ourselves in the name of religion. So for me, the government is compromised. That is the truth. The people of Nigeria are compromised. Those who are supposed to do the job are compromised. Even the journalists, even the media are compromised. Because sometimes things that they are supposed to report, they keep it. Because they've been given an envelope. I'm not saying all of you. I'm just showing some media are compromised. In other words, almost all Nigerians are part of Nigeria. Everybody has his role. Government, Nigerians, religious leaders, and we are all part of the rot. And we need to also change our attitude to be able to get it right.
Very well said, Barrister. The hard truth still remains that all of these things have a negative impact on our economy. There used to be a time, Barrister, in the 80s, 70s, when traveling was a love for lots of people. They love to travel. People can, on their own, just travel from Lagos to Maiduguri, from Lagos to Yola, to Enugu, to wherever it is they want to go. And as they travel, they can, on their own, just, burge into any village and just relax there, know the culture, know the tradition, know the fate of the people, and enjoy themselves. But today, traveling is a risky business. Seriously. Especially when you saw the viral video I was talking to you about. Yes, the one that happened along Kogi. And all
in fact, the guy was even like, it was just like, he would have been a dead person if not. And he said he followed his heart. Yes. It was like when he noticed that those people were coming, they had to attack immediately. So he said he doesn't even know how he even got out. He doesn't even know, but he just knew that something happened. And he said they shake, like I was fidgeting, like he's shaking.
Well, that is just to tell you how bad, and this is truly affecting our tourism ecosystem. Yeah, Barrister, I want to say something. Yes.
Yes, I said you are right, because I schooled in Maiduguri, and whenever I was going to Maiduguri at that time, we travel in the day and the night, because Maiduguri is a 24-hour journey. Yeah. Because I know most of the places in the north through my journey to Maiduguri, so I have been to almost all the states. In that time, we travel in the night. We don't care. Yeah. We travel we get to Kano Park. 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. in the night. You enter vehicle going to Maiduguri that will land you in the morning in Maiduguri. There's no fear of any attack. We enjoy ourselves. We buy things on the road. So for me, it's unfortunate that those things are no longer there. It's robbing on our economy, just like you said. It's not robbing on our existence and even our enjoyment in life.
Very true, Barrister. Thank you so very much. We truly do appreciate your time.
Thank you.